little boy should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now, stand by me, stand by me. Isn't it strange how princesses and kings drift away like sawdust in the wind? Just like all the people like you and me will be builders for eternity. Each is given a bag of tools, shapeless man, and a book of rules. Each must make his life as flowing, stumbling block or a stepping stone. Just like common people like you and me will be builders for eternity. Each is given a bag of tools, shapeless man, and a book of rules. Pa 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 your yard.
This is Stronger Together, the Jamaica Constabulary Force live in concert. You have been hearing from the JCF band as we stand during this crisis. For those of you who are watching from home, remember to follow us at Jamaica Constabulary Force on Instagram, Facebook, and at Jamaica Constab on Twitter. Now, back for something even more interesting, our conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome back, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Now, how has JCF adjusted its service to maintain responsiveness to citizens?
Well, very early on, we started by setting up a COVID command center, and that was to deal with all COVID-related matters, both internal in terms of the distribution of supplies to our members,
Right.
anything that may arise, persons who were caught out of the country when the borders were closed,
How
persons.
unfortunate.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, we're in touch with those people, all of them, and we'll try and get them back as soon as we can. And also the people who came in whilst the disease was, very widespread in
Right.
other countries.
Right.
So when people came back in, we sent them straight into self-quarantine. So that protected us as well. So we did a number of things very early on. I think so far that those have stood us in good stead.
Now, Commissioner, given the understandable fear and frustration of the public, how would you say Jamaicans have been responding to the imposed restrictions?
I think largely people have responded well. They've listened to the advice that has gone out. For the most part, they've obeyed things like the curfew orders and have made life easier for us by doing that. And, I really have to commend the majority of people who have done this for us because we have to be stronger together, and that's part of it. For the other people who, no matter what, they're going to do the wrong things
Right.
and do what they feel like, we do some enforcement in that regard. So, but the balance right now has to be towards helping and assisting people through their fear and their concerns.
Definitely, Commissioner. Now, finally,
Mm.
give a charge to our fellow Jamaicans who are at home. Some of them are worried. And thankfully, we're soothing their minds and relieving some of the stress by just listening to music and having
Right.
conversations. But give them a charge.
Okay, well, firstly, enjoy this concert. Enjoy what we're doing for you as the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The more you can comply with the orders, follow what's being suggested and told to you, makes us as the police, makes our life so much easier. So if you can do that for us, I'm sure we can be stronger together.
We have much more to talk about, but we'll go back to the JCF band for a quick musical treat, and then we'll come back to the conversation.
Somebody lift those hands and worship. Come on, anywhere you are in your house, just lift those sanitized hands and worship. Come on, somebody on your couch, lying in your bed, enjoying this concert. Lift those sanitized hands and worship. Come on, we're in your presence. Come on, just let it rain, let it rain. Pour your rain. Let it fall. Sing, we're in your presence. Just let it rain. Say, cause rain to fall on me. Then you open up the floodgates in abundance and cause your rain to fall on me. Open up your floodgates in abundance and cause your rain. Come on, just lift those sanitized hands and call to King Jesus. Come on, everybody, say Baba. Say Baba. We love you, Lord. We exalt you, Lord. Say Baba. Say Baba. Say Baba. 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 We cry out to you, Jesus. We cry out to you, Lord. We exalt you, Lord. You are King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, lift those hands and give God some praise. Because God is your provider. God is your provider. Do you believe that God is your provider, somebody? Hallelujah. Yeah. God is my provider. Yeah. Let them know. Let them know. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. Wake up this morning, say me prayer. Now it's breakfast time. Sat at the table with no food to eat and no other time. Next thing me know, me door and knock, me never answer same time. When me get up and I check it out, me can't believe me eyes. And my sister next door with her blinded eyes, with two big bag of groceries, says she heard me cry. But I not cry, me did not cry. And the Lord answered me prayer, me just said thank you, Jesus. What are you want me provide? Provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. You have to creep before you walk. Take it one step at a time. Me used to ride my bicycle before me get mobile. And a boss, me a boss. A ram, me a ram. Just giving thanks to the Father Almighty One. I could be out here with a gun in my hand, but Christ Jesus, my Savior, had a better plan. Yes, for me, provide a job, and instead of a Bible in my hand, and over 50 years now, I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide what we have. It's our Savior. I know the devil provide us we have. It's our Savior. It's our... Oh, 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 oh. Let them know God is my provider. Oh. Come on, turn to your brother, turn to your sister, turn to your neighbor, and tell them I've got Jesus. Come on, turn to your neighbor, tell your neighbor, I've got Jesus. Mercy, mercy, mercy. There is always somebody talking about me. But really, I don't mind. They try to stop and block your progress. Most of the time. But the main thing they said won't make you feel bad. I can miss a prayer there. I never had. I've got Jesus. I've got Jesus. And that's it. Oh Lord, and that's it. My God, He's saving me. Feed me. Feed me. When I'm hungry. I've got Jesus. I've got Jesus. And that's enough. Oh Lord, and that's enough. He's saving me. Feed me. Feed me. When I'm hungry. I've got Jesus. I've got Jesus. And that's enough. Oh Lord, and that's it. Last verse. The heart regulator, great emancipator. Jesus is. When them used to abuse you, turn them backs on you. Jesus is your all in all. When they put you down, Jesus stand by your side when the going gets rough. Take care your enemies when they start to get them. And that's it, the whole Lord, and that's it. I got Him, Savior. Lead you when you're hungry. I've got Jesus. 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 Come on, church. Come on, lift those sanitizers and worship Saint. I think I need somebody to praise Jesus. Come on, say, I need somebody to help me pray. I need somebody to help me praise Jesus. I need somebody to help me praise Jesus. Somebody to help me praise Jesus. I need somebody. I need somebody to help me praise Jesus. I need somebody to help me praise Jesus. I need somebody to help me praise Jesus. Hallelujah. Come on, right on in the ear. Right on in the ear. In the motion. Come on, everybody. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And we say, cover me under your blood. Cover me. Come on, cover me under your blood. These are over me. We see my God said, one verse. So if it wasn't for that grace, so tell me where I would have been. So you don't know how far I'm coming from. So if you see me laughing to myself, remember when the we put the fish gun in a me and then next thing up on the trigger press. The crying, remember when you stop and tell me I'm gonna put the life to you. I don't want to satisfy me with long life. It's all over me. Hallelujah. God bless you. God bless you.
Wow, that was an electrifying performance from Hilkiah Jones's Ministries. With me, I have Senior Superintendent of Police, Stephanie Lindsay. She's the head of the Corporate Communications Unit, and she will be talking to us about the role of community engagement in this fight against COVID-19. SSP Lindsay, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
For many of us who are not familiar with the term community engagement, can you tell us what that's about?
All right, community engagement is almost what we're doing now, how we come together as the Jamaica Constabulary Force, how we bond with our various partners, be it our business partner, our community partners. It's just a way of sharing with each other because law enforcement is a challenging work and we can't do it alone. So I believe that the more we engage people, the more we allow other persons to support us, the better we'll get at what we do. So when we hear the term community policing, community engagement, it's really to say that we're working together in partnership because policing is not just the role of law enforcement officers, but it's the role of everyone.
So paint a picture for us what that looks like on a day-to-day basis for officers interacting and engaging our communities.
All right, so on a day-to-day basis, everywhere you go, we have a branch in the Jamaica Constabulary Force that's called the Community Safety and Security Branch. It's headquartered in Kingston, but it's decentralized right across the country. So what you find is that you will have the police officers engage in the various sectors of society we serve. So if it's the youth population, we have the police youth club. Of course, we're big on safety and prevention, crime prevention. So you have the neighborhood watches. We have the safe school program where we integrate in schools and just about many other programs. We also engage churches. We engage other groups, citizens association, because what we try to do through our community engagement strategies is really to show people that we want to be a part of what you do and we want them to be a part of what we do. We also want to build our relationship with our citizens. So the more we engage at the community level, at the local level, the better we're able to build those bonds. We don't want to only reach out to our citizens when we need information about crime, because it's not just about crime. It's about having a relationship with your local police, because we are a force for good and we're really trying to see how we get that message across, because a force for good is a JCF tagline, but we would love the entire Jamaica to be lining up to say, as Jamaicans, we are a force for good.
We're a force for good. I like that you mentioned that we're a force for good. Can you explain to me what role does music play in this role and in this fight against COVID-19 and how we engage citizens?
not just in the JCF, but music is something that it soothes. You can relax, you can meditate. You're going through a bad day, you can find a song that you can listen to and feel better. So we use music as one of the tools that we use to engage. So from time to time, you will see the Jamaica Constabulary Force Band perform in various parts of the country. They have even performed overseas. So it's an international JCF band that we have. So they perform a lot in many places, many corporate entities. They do concerts in the park. And when we do have those concerts, people come out because when they come out to the JCF band in concert, they look forward to some quality performance. Sometimes when the officers perform, people will come and say, are they real officers? Are they just people in uniform?
Exactly.
So that's what we get when our band performs. So we really like to showcase our talent. We let our hair down. It's a different side of the police. I mean, when you see these officers performing and they're just regular officers out there. Tomorrow you see them on the front line. It's a difference. So it's about place and time. But we do, I mean, this concert, we thought it was so necessary because we have been enforcing lockdown and curfew. So come 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, we are saying, go home, go home. And it's an incentive because people have been complying. So we believe that because Jamaicans are doing so well, we want to give them a treat. So this is our treat to them, our concert.
All of them people I know say the talent in the yard, man. Stay at home. People stay at home. Stay at home. People stay at home. That little virus was born on the other side of town. She knows all the trick in the book and she certainly gets around. She kills so many men, over 1,010. They never stay at home, was always on the run. Oh, your family's wondering where you are. What do you see at nights when you under the stars? You know you keep on running, but you won't get far. Stay at home. People stay at home. Don't let your mama down. Don't be around, around. I beg you stay at home. People stay at home. Don't let your mama down. Don't be around, around.
I've got to go back home. This could never be my own. It must be somewhere else, or I will hurt myself. Oh, I've got no food to eat. I've got no clothes to wear. Can't get a job to bread. So all I got to go back home. If I have to walk, I got to go back home. If I have to run, I got to go back home. There is no gladness, nothing but sadness, nothing like a future here. Oh, I've got to find some other land, gotta find some other sand. Now this virus, I just can't take this living more. I've got no food to eat, I've got no clothes to wear, can't get a job to make bread. So now I've got to go back home. If I have to walk, I've got to go back home. If I have to run, I've got to go back to go back home. This could never be my own. It must be somewhere else, or I will hurt myself. Oh, I've got no food to eat. I've got no clothes to wear. To get a job to make me right. That's why I've got to
go back home.
If I have to walk,
I've got to go back home.
If I have to run,
I've got to go back home.
If I have to fly,
I've got to go back home.
If I have to run. You sheltered me from storms, kept me warm, kept me warm, and you gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I've ever knew. It's all those years that I with you. I will give everything I own. Give up my life, my own, my own. I will give everything I own just to have you every day. Just to talk to you once again. Is there someone you know that won't let you go and taking you out for granted? You will lose them one day. Someone take them away, and you don't hear a word they say. I will give everything I own, gifts of my life, my own, my own. I will give everything I own just to have you every day, just to talk to you once again. Stay at home.
I noticed you mentioned staying home, and that's one of the messages the Constabulary has been carrying for some time now. Can you explain to us what do you mean by staying home for citizens? What does that look like for citizens, and how does the police enforce that?
So staying home, as it says, you stay home, stay on your premises, stay indoor. I think I've heard different things from people.
Mm-hmm.
Families are getting closer. You know, people are doing things that they normally do, even for me. So I'm watching television with the kids and all of that, staying home, even though I'm part of the essential service, but I stay home. If I don't have to be at work or be on the road, I stay home because we really want to prevent the spread of COVID. So when we say stay home, in any language, whether you're going to stay home that you understand or you're going to turn your yard like we understand, we just want people to understand. And staying home is not because we want to confine people,
Right, not because we want to
but
punish
it's
people.
really, it's not punishment, but we recognize how contagious the disease is based on what the medical people they're advising. So we're saying that if you understand the reason for staying home, if somebody is infected and you're in a confined space, you can't infect anybody else unless you come in contact. So the least you come in contact with people, the more likely we will prevent the spread. We see what's happening in other parts of the world, and we don't want the same thing to happen in Jamaica. We see first world countries, medical facilities being overwhelmed by COVID patients. We don't want the same thing for our citizens. So when we say stay home, we want you to do it, because the more we stay home now, the quicker we'll get to do what we have to do down the road.
SSP Lindsay, that has been a very informative session with you. Finally, what message do you want to leave for Jamaicans?
This requires personal responsibility. So because the police can't be everywhere, we want persons to be responsible enough and to obey the rules, follow the orders. And that's how we are going to fight this crisis.
Let's check in with our JCF band.
Can't touch the lion, he's so humble. Never touch the lion. I'm walking through this valley of tests, and I've never been away, caught in the wilderness. The power of Jah preserve I, guides in all I do. So trotting through the heights and the depths, we trample frustration and we conquer stress. The power of Jah preserve I, guides in all I do. So all the evil that made me harm can go back where they came from. No demonic work before shall prosper. Can't touch a lion, he's so humble. Never touch the lion. The wages of blessings ever living alive, so I keep my meditation in the island. I weather the storm and put up a fight, 'cause I can do anything. Should you feel like giving up, let the strength of your ancestors fill you. The power of Jah preserve I, guides in all I do. So all the evil that mean me harm can go back where they came from. No demonic who works before shall prosper. Jamaica, let us come together in this time and join hands with our emergency workers and our first responders. Let us stay home. Let us enjoy this time as a family moment. Help us as we continue to keep you safe. So all the evil that made me harm can go back where they came from. No demonic who works perform shall prosper. Yeah, I tell the ogre and the science man come, 'cause him can't with the lion paw. No demonic who works perform shall prosper. Can't touch the lion. never touch the lion. When the roll is hollow, I'll be standing taller to face the darkest and the hardest of time. We'll be taken care of, all the children thereof. But if it's required, we'll be on the front line. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Never say never, willingness forever to fight and be strong. Once it's for better, I'll write up a letter and move it right along. And I'll roll with the punches, accept changes, work with the formula, do what I have to do. So call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. A lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. When you are willing to serve, we have rules to observe, to see if you can walk the walk you talk. Let me give you my word, my voice must be heard. Bravery is the beat of my heart, so call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. A lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. So call me anytime, never cop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no. Come, let us go to the land of love, where the love light shines so bright above. We will be so happy and free. All your pains will let you be known. We're gonna find that love. It's real. By the feeling you feel. And that's a land where the people are free. Life would be better for you and me. We will find true happiness up here. Come with me and have no fear, no. We're gonna find that love is real. By the feeling you feel. I would have given you all of my heart. deepest. Oh yeah, the first love is the deepest. First love is the deepest. The first love is the deepest. Just like that. It's not the things you do that tease and hurt me back, but it's the way you do the things you do to me. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Time is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Number one. Number one. Every girl wants you to be her man, but I'll wait, my dear, till it's my turn. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Tide is high, but I'm holding on. My heart cries out perfectly for about you, the love of my life, in somebody else's arms. not for you. And so I'll take it back with a sigh. Perfidious one, goodbye. Perfidious one, goodbye. Perfidious one, goodbye. Perfidious one, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Said if you knew how much I love you, how much I need you, you wouldn't stay away. Said if you knew you were my one desire, you set my heart on fire, you wouldn't stay away. Now, darling, I know you have found another girl. She treats you nice, I know. She's even more beautiful than I. But if you knew how my heart burns for you and how I long for you, you wouldn't stay away. You wouldn't stay away. You wouldn't stay away. You wouldn't stay away.
Live on stage is international recording artist and gospel sensation, Jermaine Edwards.
It's indeed an honor to stand in unity with the Jamaica Constabulary Force as we fight against COVID-19. And because of that, we know no weapon that formed against us shall prosper, because we are more than conquerors. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I will fear no evil, because God is with me. God is with me. God is with me. Oh, send no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm more than a conqueror. I'm more. Send no weapon formed against me. Said I'm more. I'm more. Say, Father, as I go down on my knees to pray, thank you every day, you always made a way. There were times when I was falling on my face, you held me up and said, son, you're not falling today. The corner look down and you wonder what's going on. You see a light and you say, yes, you gotta press on. Every day, the battle get tough, but me never give up. Gotta push on, sing nowhere. Formed against me and you, yeah. Said we're more than I'm more. Hey, no weapon formed against me, yeah. Said we're more. We're more. Listen. So every day that I rise, I keep on pushing. Heart stay clean, so I keep on running. No chains gonna hold me down. Procrastination, I must let go. Pray harder, look up. Gotta lean on the Father. Level up, gotta clear my head from the negative thoughts that blow. Oh Lord, don't leave me alone. Say no. But against anywhere you are right now, singing I'm more, yeah. I'm more than a conqueror. Say no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said we're more. We're more. No trials Say even if I fall down, we're gonna get back up. You can't keep us down. We're rising up. Say I believe it. Do you believe it? Yes, I can achieve it. Hey, no. Anywhere you are, watching, just sing it with me. You're more. You're more. No, 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 no. Said we're more than a conqueror, yeah. More than a conqueror. So do you believe that it's a beautiful day? Let me hear you say it's a beautiful day. Hey. Anywhere you are right now, you put your hands together if you know it's a beautiful day. It may not look so beautiful right now, but we thank God for life. Hey. Say this morning I woke up and I look in the mirror and every part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too I admire, because tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So with everything, Lord, I give you praise, yeah. That puts a smile on my face. Say, Lord, I thank you. Thank you for rain. Thank you for... It's a beautiful day. Hey, say, don't burst my heart. Never too nice. We never like it. Say, it's a beautiful day. Say, so I've been walking through some rough times now. Hey, say, yeah, no, I walk to the valley of the shadows of death. Say, I will fear no evil, won't be dismayed. When I see the clock ticking away, and things are not in place. Everything in life happens for a reason. Disappointment comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser. Got to work, same again. Come on, everybody, sing louder. Thank you for joy. Say it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful. Don't want to pass. Let us unite. We never like this. Say it's a. Hey, you know that. Everybody put your hand in the ear now. Everybody, we're. If you got life, then give God praise. You may not have much, but you're living day by day. Cannot pay. I know when to work. Get up and put that. If you got life, then give God praise. You may not have much, but you're living day by day. Cannot pay. I know when to work. Get up and put that. Sing, hey. Say it's a beautiful day. Let me hear the voices say. Say it's a. Come on. Say it's a. Say it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Say it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. You know, the Bible says we must give him thanks for everything. You know, other people may be wondering why would we give God thanks for this situation going on right now. But there are some families who may not have spent time with each other. And there's a lot of positiveness that is happening in these negative times. People who were not talking are now talking. But this last song I want to sing is a song called Hallelujah to Our King. And it's just a song thanking God for his mercies and his grace towards us. I come just now to say thank you, O King. You're not just a part of my life, but my everything. Your love reaches way down deep within, passes human understanding. There will always be a song for you I sing. One word alone just can't express my heart's desire. Gratitude for one more day, one more year, one more month my needs supply. Your warm embrace and tenderness, you are patient with me through all my mess. I come to one conclusion: Jesus, you are the best. Hallelujah to our King. Hallelujah, I will sing. You are great, almighty, all honor to you, O King. Can we sing that one more time? Hallelujah to our King. Hallelujah, I will sing. You are great, yeah, yeah, yeah. Almighty, yeah. And all honor, all glory to you, oh, yeah. Oh, hallelujah to our King. Hallelujah, I will sing. You are great, almighty, and I. To you, O King, to you, O King, to you, O King. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
We'll now have one last performance from our JCF band. Kayla, how was the night?
It was amazing.
Absolutely. It was a splendid evening, and we had a very good time entertaining you. And we are just encouraging you to stay home and stay safe. That's it from us.
to eat, to the cops that are out on the beat, the delivery people, the folks working at the food bank, the folks that are taking care of the elders and those who are shut in their homes. The folks working at the hospitals, at the clinics, everyone working long hours in the government to see us get through this. All of the heroes that are out there that might need a little bit of extra encouragement or courage to deal with those long, hard days. We thank you so much. And once again, on a stay home and make it easy on these folks to do their jobs. Only go out when you have to. What she was doing here to bring her original music out. We did some shows at style and studied those songs and learned them and evolved them into her own. Coming up from coming at you from Old Rock up here in West Bay. Got somebody doing some sanding or something over there. Not sure what's going on, but we're out on the porch. So buy their music, help them out in this time when we're all shut down and not making any video, and try to feed two birds with one seed, even as we're going through a time of need. It's always better to share anytime you can. Which is like kind of like always, you know, just share what you can. It's one of those things, right? Man, this has helped me feel a lot better. I have to say, I've had a rough couple of days, kind of the pressure all just kind of came in. You know, I've been kind of fending things off Aikido style, just deal with one thing, deal with this thing, deal with the school thing, deal with the job thing, whatever. And then right around Thursday or something, I just had a rough times and haven't been sleeping and this and that. And just listening to this music helped me feel so much better. So I hope it's helping you inside your heart as well. That we can all just be here and feel good together and feel the power of music. And this is why I wanted to do this. I wanted to show the diversity of Cayman's music, show Cayman's musical unity. The music unity that we operate from in these in this time. And this one's called Finding My Way. And of course, I love working with these guys so much. Mr. Reno, Mr. Derek. Mr. Mark McTaggart. Always been rocking me ever since I got back home. It's just amazing. So we're gonna go. This is an acoustic song. Box for you. This one's called "Finding My Way." On a string, a simple destiny. I seek to happiness, so can it be? No, it's so sad to see you can stand here waiting. Don't have to listen now to what I say. Just be true to yourself and everyone else. I found the way through the setting sun. Rich man says he don't have no worries as long as the setting sun. You'll find your way through the setting sun. Yeah. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, 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 yo, 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 yo. Yeah, yeah, yo, 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 yo. Yeah, yeah, yo, 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 yo. Press the ditch, not for the honest man. Oh, God knows he's doing what he can. Each day he believes. Living by the me. Find a way. Representative recording companies that did it and the artists more for you, that's for sure, because we haven't even got any of the calypsos yet, really, or anything like that, right? So we got that coming up to take us through most versatile groups that have been in Cayman's gigging scene for umpteen years, all of them stellar human beings. And seeing those guys, I used to always go see the Red, White, and Blue show. Saturday nights at the old right here coming from Mr. Bob Mosley. This one is called Maybe.
Separated us so long, maybe we can stand. And stop the endless wars and fighting. Think of all the possibilities, maybe. Just what a cool world that would be, maybe.
Mr. Dennis, Mr. Paul Ormandy, all the folks who are on Facebook checking things out from. Our international audience, and big shout outs to everyone watching here. Mr. Jason Moyer, so nice to see everybody hanging out with Zach at one point or another, and he is He's just one of my favorite musicians ever. Really, this guy just makes any stage he's on better. Knows thousands of songs and has the patience to see where he can play most tasty. I've hosted many a jam night with
Then when I feel that summer breeze, makes me think of way back home. It was there that I learned from the ones that have now. Oh, come gone. The time has passed through this thing. The change in that seems
I got everything set up, ready to go. Yeah, I'm on the microphone now. That's probably why you can hear me, Barefoot Man. It's all going to be Cayman music. Everything came. I mean, we have an honorary Caymanian in there too, and old time Caymanians, new time Caymanians, this time Caymanian, that time Caymanian. I promise you. This is Quincy and Sean right now. I don't know. We're supposed to do a sound check or something here soon, sometime, so we can get going with it. I got my sanitizer. I got my mask. Barefoot, when you ask me if I have a mask, I have a mask. I got a tape measure. I'm Barefoot. I'm 100 feet from anybody. Don't worry. The broadcast is gonna go off without a hitch. Okay? All right. You don't like it? You let me know. I change whatever you need. Wait. Oh, we're sound checking now. We're sound checking. Wait, okay, all right. Just check it out. Just check it out. Coming on like 15 minutes, Barefoot. All right. All right. Thanks, man. Okay. Sound checking live right here on the porch. This is 7 Mile Beach by Sean Hennings featuring Quincy Brown. I hope it's sounding good out there. We're coming from the back porch right up here at Old Rock, the Hurlston Homestead. I hope you're ready in 15 minutes. We're going to have a little wave of Cayman music for you. I'm going to let you know where you can buy everybody's CDs and support our local musicians. If you like what you're hearing in between the songs, and you can help support me and mine as well. All right. 15 minutes. Oh, we get the next song queued up here. And get ready to go. Get you and yours. Get ready to join us. We'll see you soon. I'll take you there. Yeah.
I am calling this morning as I do a live report from the summit of Mount Tromor. As you can see, OC, there is no smoke at the moment, but I understand that they're going to start doing controlled places, so expect to see smoke soon. OC, as I stand on top of this large Mount Tromor, as I look around using my binoculars, I can see large, immense expanse of real estate that stretches all the way to the north-south. OC, my Mark III visibility of these binoculars is so good that I can see an earthquake about to shake up the land. The visibility, Mr. OC, is so good that I can see my bulldozer whereupon I left it parked on the south side of Kim Bright. Mr. OC, as I pan my Mark III binoculars to my left, I can see that there is a gathering at the Smith back there, of which they are calling a peaceful protest. But it looks like a boxing match is supposed to begin. Franklin versus Thompson. Mr. OC, I believe that with these binoculars, I can see that there is 6 Cayman catboats under full sail coming into Cayman's waters. And behind them is a fleet of cargo ships. So I radioed the captain of the cargo ships to find out their cargo details. And the captain radioed me back and said that he is carrying on the ships 100 precast concrete islands for a dock. What I do not understand, Mr. OC, is what does a dock want with 100 precast islands of concrete? Now, on those catboats, I can see a graying, let me get my binoculars here good, a graying and portly Mr. Moxham. And I'm also seeing other captains such as Captain Kim Jackson, Captain Jerris Miller, Captain Crosby, and the only female Shirley Ronstone. And as I look at her blazer, the blazer reads CPR Lookout Team. Mr. OC, it seems to be that I am now seeing a lot of smoke. Mayday, mayday. Oh no, what is happening here, Mr. OC? This seems to be a big emergency. Mr. OC, I can also see now that there is a small canoe that is painted black, green, and gold. And on that canoe is written the words, Ask the Kuche. And it is being pursued by a Cayman customs vessel. Mr. OC, packages of what appears to be ganja is being thrown overboard. Guns is being thrown overboard, Mr. OC. And it's all happening right here on our little island of Grand Cayman. Mr. OC, this is Raymond Scott, the Ice of Tim Brack, reporting for Cockroach TV on Off the Record. And now, at this time, I throw it back to the MCs at the Hartwell Theatre, where they are giving away medals for all the hard-working artists.